When I say worse, people look good. I don't. That's what I meant by
We
worse.
all look ridiculous in that photo.
True.
We were just talking about how the photo of the three of us in the opening shot, Tati's not a fan of it, but I'm like, actually, it's like very us. It's just like.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I picked that photo. I thought that same thing. We look like kind of normal, not like, because we have that one like stock professional photo shoot photo that is just like as stock as it gets,
Yeah.
I don't even think that photo looks like me. I don't even like that photo.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird right now.
It's like you kind of want this blend of like something that seems like a real person photo, but at the same time you still want them to look kind of cool and half professional, but not really. It's so weird. Like our attempt to always look casual is exhausting. Like every person on earth right now is trying that.
Exhausting.
Exhausting.
Exhausting. I tell you, exhausting.
What's going on, Streammates? Let's see what's going on with our crew. It's been a week. We've got everybody back. You're echoing. Okay,
Yeah,
Edward?
Edward.
Ew.
It was my fault. It's because I had my Q speaker up in here so you could hear Jesse in his studio and on the mic here. Edward, I'll take that. That eel was for me. Eel. I'll take it.
Shelly, you went through quite a hair routine right now.
Moments ago,
it was all out and flowy, and it was just happening, and you were running your fingers through it.
Does this look flowy to you? This looks like I need a haircut to me.
No, it looked good. I thought it looked like you have like full rich hair, and then all of a sudden it was gone.
You know why? It's because I've been drinking collagen these days.
Oh,
yeah. It's like I don't even know what to do with it anymore. So I'm just like, all right. So I'm just gonna play with it the whole time. So get ready. If it's down,
probably the longest I've ever seen it too.
Yeah, I was gonna say you really good hair.
Jeez, God, I think ever since high school. This is the longest my hair's been.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a notification. It's someone's birthday tomorrow that I need to make sure I say happy birthday to.
Tati's looking hella laid back today. That's what Marco says. Damn right.
Better believe it, bro. I just threw this hat on right before this thing because I didn't want to go through the Shelly struggle that she's doing right now because she and I struggle exactly the same way with our hair.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't even know what to do with it anymore. I need to buy a diffuser so I can just like start doing the curls again and then.
Oh my gosh, my sister's gonna be so mad at me. She bought me a diffuser like a month ago and shipped it to me, and it's still in the box in my closet. And she's like, "Have you used it yet? Have you used it yet? Have you used it yet?" I'm like, "No."
All right, well, I'm gonna hop on and I'm gonna buy one right now, and we'll see who uses the diffuser first. How's that sound?
How about I bring mine and then you can show me how to use it? I don't even know how to use a diffuser.
Oh, really?
I've never used it.
Flip your head up, so you flip your head over, you throw a little bit of product in it, and it's all good.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I don't know those things either. I'm gonna throw that Blockbuster one back in, or was that yesterday?
I got one.
Put a new one, please. Thank you. So the diffuser, is it the big thing at the end? That big, huge thing at the end, like attachment thing onto it?
I used it before in Hawaii. I haven't used it here.
Yeah.
What's up, Shante? Chris, question. Do you feel guilty having this great weather when the rest of the U.S. is frozen and snowy? Chris, here's the beautiful part about living in California, okay? It is so unnecessarily expensive to live here that no, we pay for everything we're getting right now. And I do not feel guilty whatsoever because let me tell you what kind of house I could have in Texas right now if I sold my house in Poway. Oh, damn, friends. But instead.
Yeah. But it is sad. It does suck when you look and you see water mains breaking left and right for people and they don't have any heat or anything like that. And they're in like sub-freezing weather and they are literally getting icicles coming down on them. It's a little, I think it's a little gnarly just because I was just there.
You know what, Shelly?
I'm feeling frozen.
Maybe I am getting to this way because of whatever, but I'm finding myself to be not sensitive at all. And here's why. For the past year, I have watched people not be sensitive about people dying from COVID. I have watched so many people say, I would rather not have a mask on. It doesn't work for me. Sorry. And to me, that is saying, I'd rather put people at risk in public that may get this and die from it. And so it's kind of a weird place where it's like, maybe I should feel totally I should be bummed out for people that are struggling all over. But then how many of those people could have given a flying rip about how many people have died over the past year from the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? I feel like maybe our sensitivity to
Texas is getting punished because of the fact that they were so lax on masks.
I don't think that they are getting punished, but I find myself, it's very hard to feel bad for them when we couldn't get them to feel bad for hundreds of thousands of people dying. I don't know.
Okay.
You know, and that's not everybody that's suffering from the cold weather right now. Trust me, I know there's many people that have been masking up and being cool about it. But there's something about the Texas thing.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
That's the California versus Texas thing is what that is.
Is that maybe what it is then a little bit?
It is. Yeah, that's totally what it is. But it sucks when a state bigger than ours. You were complaining last week because it was 58 degrees when you came into work.
So cold, you guys. It was Arctic.
Don't do it.
So
Stop it. We told you to stop it before Texas got hit with all this. We were like, stop.
Places in Texas are still trying to figure out the COVID thing, and their restaurants and stuff like that. Sure, they're more open than us in some ways, but not in all ways.
No.
And so the fact that now they're dealing with this and that, so now there's not just struggling businesses, but now there's struggling businesses who have damage to their property.
And we can't get vaccines because of it.
By the way, I'm not laughing at what you're saying, Shelly. I'm laughing at Jocelyn's comment because that she was laughing at my face when Jesse was going on. And I was like,
all right. Shucky darn. We got to ditch this song. The Cardigans wrapping up the 90s at 9 on Star 94.1. Jesse and Tati, we are on our live stream right now. And did I come out the gate controversial? Is that what just happened right now, guys?
Oh gosh, you were
reckless?
Behind the scenes, Jesse is definitely
I was surprised there was just the I don't know if I want to say lack of compassion, but hey, but I mean it's not just like one community, it's like multiple states.
Yeah, producer Shelly asked me on the stream, she's finding me to not be I'm not feeling very sensitive to others that are struggling with bad weather right now.
That was what was it said? You said it's a California versus Texas.
It's the California.
It sounds like.
My thing was.
No,
don't say it.
No.
Okay, I won't say it.
You did it on the stream, and if you didn't, JesseandTati.com, I'm sure he'll repeat himself on the stream.
No, I won't repeat myself.
You can argue his point on the stream.
No, I won't. I don't need to. I already made my point. That's a good point. Go to JesseandTati.com. We can finish this conversation.
Don't do that, though. Repeat.
Thank you for stopping me. Good God. If this is the best part about having Tati on the show. If she is stopping you, you have to stop.
No.
She will say anything. You know exactly where the line is, and I'm still learning it.
Oh, okay, good. All right. Okay,
JesseandTati.com. We're on the live stream right now, and you guys know there's a major landing happening today, right? I want to talk about it in my rabbit hole coming up.
Landing.
There's a major landing today on another planet. We'll talk about it closer to 9:40, but that's all coming up. To now.
People think I stop you from having.
To now.
He's gonna go into serene health.
All right. Love me.
I wanted to answer Chris's question, Shelly, but I didn't want to because I know Jesse was answering it. So my question is, no, I don't feel guilty. The word guilty isn't what I feel. I feel bad.
I do feel.
Yeah, I feel not guilty. Like I don't feel guilty. I mean,
no, this is, and it's not. The thing is, too, is like it's not the damage. Yes, is going to be sucked to have to clean up, but it's not a permanent thing. You know, fortunately, they are going to be coming out of this here shortly. But it is it sucks, and it's sad because it's one thing to deal with freezing, and it's like one thing to deal with water, and it's another thing to deal with cold temps. But the fact that I don't know, just seeing apartments and stuff like that, having literally water raining down on them or houses and stuff like that, it's just, you know, when you think about like hurricanes and stuff like that, when they hit, they usually hit during warm weather. So there's that, but to be cold with lack of electricity and water, and then still having a house to go to, but a grocery store is completely cleared out. Like it sucks, but they're slowly but surely. There's only like, I think 1 million people today without electricity versus the 4 million the other day. I'm also way more compassionate to it because I'm dealing with I'm listening to Oliver talk about it and stuff like that. So I have it's a little bit closer to my heart in that way than it is to anybody else's. So
I was just there, and I have new family there, so I texted my newfound Auntie Angel, and I was like, Auntie, are you good? She's like, I'm in northern Texas, we're good. She's like, but your uncle down in San Antonio and all the family there, he's the only house that has power. So there's like 3 families all in one house. And she told me about that. She's like, they're all kind of just staying together right now because his house is like the hub. And I hear a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people are going to stay with friends or family that still have, a generator or something. So there are a lot of people
I had a friend who works in Austin, and he and his family basically like spent the weekend in the car because they didn't have any electricity. So the only way they could get any sort of heat or anything was just hanging out in the driveway in their car. And, granted, people were running their cars in the garage and they got carbon monoxide. So there's that. Yes. But if you are understanding of the fact that like, hey, crack a window every once in a while, but just so that they could get a little bit of heat, they were going out into their car.
Yeah.
So
that's craziness.
Yeah.
Mars. So is that Elon Musk? Is it Elon?
No, that's NASA.
Oh, it's NASA. Okay.
And in conjunction with many other organizations, the way NASA works now, once Obama kind of canceled NASA, it opened it up to being kind of like this big collaboration with people that have money and want to spend it on space exploration and travel. And so it really lent itself to a much better situation where we can get more done by including the private sector in our space travel and stuff like that. So that's why there's like a company in San Diego that does a camera, and like NASA used to, I think, make everything from scratch. Like they used to put it all on themselves to figure this out. But now that it's just kind of changed with government funding, it's really, really a different ball game. Like Elon Musk before Obama took office, Elon Musk couldn't just build a rocket and fly to space. That was illegal. Right. That was a United States NASA only type. You couldn't just build it. Now, all these companies can try to figure this out, and that will create space. That will make space travel something that happens, hopefully, like in our lifetime, where it's like a normal thing. Mm-hmm. It would have taken probably forever if our government was the only one with their hands on figuring that out. So, these ones, Tati, like this machine has been flying in the air for 2 years. The thing that's landing today, it's been up for 2 years. That's how long it takes.
Is it just the machine, or is there astronauts? Are there people in it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's like sending one of your husband's remote control trucks to Mars and crossing your fingers that like the way it's getting out there all works. Crossing your fingers, it's going to land. Crossing your fingers, it's going to turn on when it lands. Like there's so much. It's like so delicate. But dude, this is the 5th one they've done. So they got it figured out. It's just, the entry of it's crazy. If you see any of the
Good morning, Don.
Hey guys. Hey Don. If you see any of the simulations of how that thing lands, you can't believe it. You can't believe we send something worth like $2 billion to basically bounce around in a balloon on the ground of Mars until it stops. And I mean, it's nuts how they do it. Nuts. Yeah, I love it.
I saw that Matt Damon movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Me too. That's what I think of because I didn't know the story, and I've never seen any footage from Mars other than
refresh me. Wasn't he taking a dump and then growing everything out of his bathroom?
He's
I've never seen it, so thank you for the spoiler.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
That's just part of it. He had to figure out.
Now I want to see how this all worked.
Yeah, so he was
like it because it's a lot of struggle in him. You'll still like it, Shelley. But yeah, that's a gist of how he was trying to sustain life on that planet because it doesn't have water. Mars doesn't have any water. That's why, the whole exploration of Mars that's the only thing I know about Mars is the fact that it doesn't have water. So, they're trying to figure out a way to like grow stuff so that we could possibly live there. Right.
Yep.
But yeah, in that Damon movie, he figures a way. And I think that's interesting. And yes, poop is involved, which is probably why I like it. There's just that underlying poop issue.
There's that vibe.
Yeah, the
vibe happening.
Yeah, like trying to eat and maneuver poop. It's like, oh yeah, I'm all about shit where you eat. Yeah.
I like that movie because it's such a, because what was it? He got left or something, right? Or something like he got left there and there was no way to get him out. And they could get him out if he could live for 2 years. And so it was like, all right, dude, you got to figure out how to live for 2 years and we'll come get you. But right. Isn't that how the setup was?
Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. Like he had to try and, there was actually, see, now we're giving too much of the movie. Let's not.
It's good. What is it called?
It's called Martian, right?
Yes, with Matt Damon. Just look up the Mars movie.
I was thinking Interstellar. That is George Clooney and Sandra Bullock. Yep.
Oh no, this one's Martian. It's a good movie.
You guys seen Interstellar?
Mm-mm.
That one will make you not want to go to space.
Oliver is totally annoyed with me because I'm slightly scared of space. I think it's the like freakiest concept ever. And so watching space movies makes me really nervous and I won't go watch space movies with him. So there was one that just came out like a year ago that was super big. And he's
Matthew McConaughey?
No, it wasn't with Matthew McConaughey. We're not talking about Contact. That was like back in 1997.
No. There's a new Matthew McConaughey space one.
Then it may have been the Matthew McConaughey one that came out, and I was like, or no, it was the one with Brad Pitt.
Oh, yes.
And he was like, let's go see it. And I was like, I don't go to movies to begin with. And second of all, I'm kind of scared of space. So to sit there and feel like I'm in space.
It's Interstellar. It's Christopher Nolan Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey like 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that one. So
Yeah,
let me ask, I want to ask you, Shelly, did you watch Star Wars as a kid? What about space? Is it like watching Star Wars that made you, or Spaceballs that made you feel like space was kind of a weird?
It's the idea of watching the stress of watching people out there like fixing things and them getting detached and just that's it.
Don't watch Interstellar.
I know.
Don't watch the George Clooney and Sandra Bullock one. Do not watch that one.
Just like there is literally nothing you can do, or if like a piece of equipment gets punctured, then they're totally screwed in that way because of the temperatures and like all of that kind. Like there's just so many variables.
Tati's floating.
What's that? I know.
Tati's floating. It looks so good. Wow, that's crazy. So you have like a phobia of space because all that's all that's going on. It's like such a delicate situation, you know?
Yeah, I'm good on that. Thank you.
My grandpa known.
I have gravity. But you know what I feel like without gravity? You don't know how old you are. Think about that one. Get back to me. Think about it and get back to me, okay?
Think about it and get back to me. Ed Astra is the Brad Pitt one. Golly, so everyone's gotten their space movie in, huh? Like, I guess is that a part of the old superstar resume? You got to get your space movie in?
Well, don't you remember Notting Hill? That was the big thing because Julia Roberts was there to do interviews about her big space movie, and she's used to doing like, you know, cutesy movies like that. And she was there to interview because it was her big space movie breakout.
Yeah.
No, I could do it all day. Don't start with me.
All I want to Google now is him going to the restroom. What? Matt Damon? No. He does not go in the restroom. He needs to create a garden inside of his dome on Mars, and the only thing he can use for soil is his own bathroom.
Yeah, dude. But he uses like fertilizer. It's fertilizer.
Yeah. He has like lots of seeds, but just nothing to put it in. And then he realizes he could put his seeds in that.
But do you remember how he got the seeds? He didn't bring seeds up there, right? It wasn't he like opened up one of his packages of dry food or something and discovered. Yeah.
Discovered he could actually use the seeds.
Pee and poo.
Pee and poo.
Dude, Jesse, okay, Jesse gets stuck in space with Tati and Shelly. How long will they last? Oh, we do good.
I think we would.
Yeah, we're so different that we would work. I agree. Yeah. I agree. We're so different. I would be really dramatic. Like, oh my God. I would be like, guys, I would be annoying the shiz out of these girls.
And then Tati would be over here like, look what I can do with my Tang. And we'll just have like little bottles of Tang, or bubbles of Tang.
What would Shelly be doing? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm obnoxiously immature in moments. It's really weird. I shock myself. I was told I was an oxymoron. I was like, what the fuck? You're not even using the word right. was told it was an oxymoron. But the word that was trying to be conjured up in that conversation was definitely contradiction. You better believe it. I don't even care.
You better believe it. I better.
So I'll be like, stop playing. This is a serious matter. Well, watch me take my Tang bubbles and.
Shelly, we would be like, "Where's Shelly?" And she would be making best friends with the Russian cosmonaut that's on the space station, and they'd be like, we turn the corner, they'd be like cheersing for the third time, like best friends.
Yeah, but the thing is, guess what? When we need something, I've got the Russian cosmonaut in my back pocket to be like,
exactly.
I was drinking vodka with the other night. Totally already talked about this.
Shelly's got the space black book.
It was Matt Damon's poop, Alissa, if you're that curious. It was Matt Damon's, and
yeah, we're gonna need Matt Damon. Yeah, no, send him. Who cares? Yeah, he's gonna grow some shit for us.
Literally.
No, Jesse and Tati don't even care. No, they don't even care. You just go through me. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. We gotta go. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm gonna read you a quick essay that my son wrote. This is In-N-Out Burger, written by Jason Lozano.
Oh my God.
They had these kids.
Did he give you permission to do this, or does he not?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
I asked him. I told him I wouldn't do it on the radio though. So the funny thing about this email is, or about this letter is, this is what you have to understand, that when a kid gets an essay that's 300 words, right? They don't really care what's in the essay. They just want to hit the 300 words. That is
my TikTok the other day of how to take one word in your essays and expand it to like 7-8 words. So I'll find the TikTok and send it to you for this.
That is really good. That's almost a hack. I would love that for a hack. That's perfect. All right. Here we go. In-N-Out Burger by Jason Lozano. Let me put a little sweep here. Moving on. Okay. There's a ton of outstanding restaurants out in the world, but there's always just one restaurant that really stands out. And that's one great restaurant called In-N-Out. This restaurant should be in the grand finals of best restaurants. If you want some right off the grill burgers, then head to In-N-Out right now. Like literally right now. Go. No. I'm kidding. Please stay.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. This is so your child writing an essay.
Let me tell you all the rad things about this agreeable restaurant. So let's begin with the food, because obviously it's a restaurant, right? Well, let me tell you, their food is the bomb. I can tell you how they make their fries. They first start with fresh potatoes, then they cut them into the shape of the fries, and then they use a towel to wipe off the grease. Did you know that? They also have their animal-style fries and burgers with onions and lettuce. Wait a minute. Are you drooling? Well, that's fantastic, because...
Can we read this on air, please?
I think we might have to.
So good.
Okay, anyways, keep going.
Like 200 words in already, just doing all that.
Yeah, I think he's there. I think he's close. Yeah, I think he's there. Okay. Wait a minute. Are you drooling? Well, that's fantastic, because there is going to be a whole lot more where that came from. Their number one is the double-double. That is tip-top, like always. They have some classic flavors like vanilla, chocolate, strawberry flavored milkshakes. But as you should know, In-N-Out has the most appetizing and appealing food you could possibly think of. In-N-Out has the fastest food you can possibly think of as well. They will greet you, then answer your questions about the menu, and then they will take your order. Then you will have your very own tempting order right in your mouth, hot and fresh in a jiffy.
You order right in your mouth.
Now that's what I call a fast food restaurant. Now, the third reason is their epic ratings and reviews. There's a ton of reviews, like over 7,000. I get how they could have a lot of reviews, because they have a cool 80s themed atmosphere, super duper fast service, hot and fresh food always, and more and more and more. These days, people type a lot of reviews, don't they? They have about 4.5 star ratings on average. They have good star ratings for their atmosphere service. He just keeps repeating himself. So I guess a lot of people like In-N-Out, right? I mean, who doesn't? All right, this is wrapping up. Now,
wrapping up.
Wrapping up, excuse me.
Oh, I think this is wrapping up.
I know. I was like, how can it get any better?
So here's
there.
So by the way, we're reading an essay that my son wrote about In-N-Out Burger. He's in 4th grade. Now, this essay is coming close to a wrap, but before you leave, let's rewind and review everything amazing about this phenomenal world-class restaurant. So remember, they have fast, great service, great star ratings for pretty much anything. They have delicious food and they have a sick 80s atmosphere. So you should definitely go get some burgers right now, and I'll see you there.
That is fantastic.
This guy, man, I swear.
So excited. Like the fact that he's getting away with using words like jiffy and bomb in his essays.
No.
So jealous that we didn't have words like that when we were writing essays back in the day, because dang, and the amount of, I don't even know that I thought that it was okay to put that much personality into a 300-word essay.
That's what I kind of like about teachers right now, is that teachers, I feel like, really let these kids kind of like be themselves a little bit more, maybe than we were allowed to, you know, in some ways.
10 now. Is he 9 or 10?
He's going to turn 10 in April, first week of April.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of structure, right?
Say that again.
They always taught us structure. Like it was all about structure, and he still got the structure, but with all the commentary, which is good.
Yeah. All this stuff.
He did the opening, and then the body, which would be the points. You know,
it sounds like something that was supposed to be read in front of a class. You know, it was supposed to be a presentation, but he made his essay sound like a presentation, which I could see for the teacher is probably. You know what I think of? I think of the kid's reaction in A Christmas Story when he wrote his essay. And just like, so excited. And the teacher be like, A++++.
Totally. I think that's exactly how it played out.
Edward wants to know if he asked for your help.
No, none of my kids ask for my help. And I think what happens is that we, Tati, I know you're the same. I think we, as parents, think we know everything and are constantly cramming information and our knowledge down their throat, that they are so sick of us trying to help them and tell them what to do that they honestly want to figure it out themselves.
That's an understatement. That's an understatement. My kids are like, Ma, you know nothing. Yes.
They're like, you do a lot of blah, blah, blahing, and that's all it is. I have no faith. Sorry.
Seriously, they teach me a lot. They're the reason why I sound like I have half a bulb in here.
Hey,
they're the reason I sound like I got a 40 watt.
I have an idea for today's call with SDCCU.
Good, because we've already been tasked with don't forget to engage.
Oh, here you did. We already got the note. What if I dress up?
Everyone's gonna think I wore my hat for. It just so happens that I wear my stuff when we talk to people. Somebody was like, look at her drinking her squeeze juice while we're on the meeting. Like, I didn't plan that. I was actually drinking juice.
Well, I think I have a good bit. I think it'll be a home run.
All right.
I don't think I should tell you, though, just in case it's not a home run. And there's evidence of you guys encouraging me to do it.
Well, we don't want the hype. You don't want to build the hype.
No, I don't.
Yes,
but it is.
Because if anything, I'm just doing it for you two also.
Make moves and spell it. Then drop them all. Oh, we got to mute.
That's Maroon 5. Star94.1, Jesse and Tati in the morning. As I'm learning on our live stream right now, which you can check our live stream happening at jesseandtati.com. Just go to that website and you can see what we're doing live here in the studio, on and off the air. I'm learning that I might be the most excited person about the Mars landing today by a mile. Oh, I did?
In this room, you definitely are. In my world, you are the second most excited.
Oh, your boyfriend, Oliver.
You know him and aviation and all things. He's already posted like, hey, guys, 12:45, mark the time. You better be ready.
Yeah. So okay, good. Because I wanted to...
on my radar.
I wanted to talk about it a little bit next. But more importantly, I wanted to explain the crazy landing that this remote control car has to make on Mars sometime this afternoon, and how delicate it all is. I got a good article about it, so we'll talk about that next. And jump on our live stream. If you're by a computer or on your phone or whatever, go to jesseandtati.com so you can see us live. Can I get some 94.1 gear? That's a very fair question. Does your does Oliver have some sort of like
I don't have to leave for Lincoln's pickup, by the way.
Backdoor access, some sort of special website he gets to like see some cool shit on or anything like that?
That I'm sure he does, but I just don't know about it because I start yelling nerd at him when he does.
Oh, really?
What night was it? We were chit-chatting and I was I can't remember what it was. And he's like, don't worry. Like, it's okay. Like, get your dishes done and take your shower, take your time. And I was like, but it's getting late and I want to make sure that we like get our conversation in for the night. And he's like, no, take your time. Like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just waiting for the spaceship to take off. It's totally about to launch because, the other day, the other one failed. So think that this one with the space link might happen like that again. So I'm just kind of like dialed in. So take your time. He's got his.
That is so cute.
So can I tell you the one thing to this day? I don't know if you guys recall last year when SpaceLink was doing their things and it was like lines of satellites in a row, like numerous. It was like 25 satellites would just go through the air all together in a straight line.
I don't know if I remember that.
Yeah, so this happened it was like a year ago, November. So it was kind of a while ago, but it is one of those that he will never forgive me or let me live it down. The fact that he had lost his glasses like a week before that happened. And we were out and about somewhere and I went outside. He's like, oh yeah, 5:52. It's going to fly over at 5:52. And we were in Old Town. We were outside. And I was like, oh my gosh, babe, there it is. And he was like, I don't have my glasses. I can't see it. And to this day, he has yet to see the SpaceLink satellites. He's never been in the right part of the country for it. That was his one time to see it. And it's like, it stings to this day. So.
Oh, that poor man. That's pretty rough.
Oh, dude, look, we have to come visit you and you can meet Oliver. And then now you guys, he'll be friends with you one way or another.
Nerd out.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I love that he nerds out about that stuff.
He does. It's really quite cute. And especially because you know what we did, you guys? And I'll ask my dad if I can get his permission to post it. There was this lineup of interviews that a guy did with my dad's Friday Pilots lunch group. And it was a 40-minute interview with my dad of what he did in the peak of his flight career. And him talking about flying off the coast of Russia during the Cold War and all that shit. It was so interesting and so cool. And
who did he do it with?
This guy sat down with all the pilots out at the because my dad lives in Tucson, so it was out at the Pima Air Museum.
Look, sat down it's not my fault. If the cameras don't work, that's my fault.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. And it was I knew what my dad did, but I didn't know
would he be okay if we posted it as a blog?
Well, that's what I need to ask him. I was going to ask him that.
Okay. Because I want to watch it, but I also want to post it up. Speaking of,
I know, I've already thought about that.
Okay, good.
But yeah, I just need to get his permission. So
yeah.
We
always have to ask permission now because I used to be the insensitive mom who didn't care, but
Well, and my dad was always the guy that was like, I don't want to be on your social media because the stuff that he kind of did back in the day when he was in the military, and then even when he got out and worked for Raytheon, it was kind of some pretty in-depth stuff. And so he's like, I just don't want to be on your socials for some things. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, okay, dude, now you have a damn video on YouTube.
And everyone's going to see that regardless of
we need to reset the boundaries here because,
reset the boundaries. You got to revisit it,
Mm-hmm.
Because you're dropping experience gems that nobody else will ever have unless they actually was.
He is one of the only planes. So he was on the Enterprise and they needed a place to land. And fortunately, the Midway was close to them. So he landed on the Midway. It's one of the few times in Navy history that an aircraft has landed on a different aircraft carrier than the one they were assigned to.
JesseandTati.com if you want to jump on our web stream right now, having lots of good combos. It's Jesse and Tati, by the way, on Star94.1. And we're having combos right now on our web stream, which is pretty fun. Everyone seems into it. We're talking about space and the big thing going on today with the Mars landing.
Final frontier.
I haven't heard that in absolutely forever. Wow.
Where was it on that one?
Starship Enterprise. I want to play a clip. This is from San Diegan Michael Ravine, who works at Malin Space Science Systems. And this dude and his crew are in charge of the cameras that are on this rover that's going to land on Mars, which I think it's supposed to land today around 1 o'clock or something like that. Here's what he said after being asked many questions about the Mars rover. Ouch. That is some pressure, friend.
I don't want to be blamed. He's like, no, don't blame me if it goes wrong landing. Blame me if you don't see it go wrong landing or go right.
That's a lot of pressure. But look, I think they've done a great job. This is not the first time they've done this. Obviously, we know they've attempted to land on Mars before. Half of the attempts they've done so far have worked. This is the 5th attempt.
This Mars rover, it's called Perseverance, I think it is. Did I get that right? Perseverance? It's going to be coming into the atmosphere. Check this out. 12,000 miles per hour. This thing's going to be flying in.
What?
It took 2 years to fly to Mars for this.
That is really fast.
Once it hits the atmosphere, it's going to release a big old parachute and kind of float in. Once it hits the ground, there's some jetpacks on this whole rig that's going to chill out the landing so that it can land perfectly.
Yeah.
There is a crane connected that will then, with its crane arm, take this rover, remote control vehicle and move it off of the rig onto the ground of Mars.
Okay.
Do you guys know what they're hunting for?
What? Water.
Water, and more importantly,
Gems.
not gems.
Treasure.
Not treasure.
Oh, come on. Footsteps.
Yes, they want to know if there has ever. This mission is 100% to find out if there's ever been life on Mars.
Oh,
So we will know.
That was like my 10th guess. I'm glad you stopped me.
I want to add one more thing that I'm totally dorking out about, though.
What's that?
This one has a helicopter on it.
Wait, what?
There's a helicopter?
Rover has a little helicopter on it that they'll be able to send up. So they'll be taking photos and video from the ground on this rover once they land on Mars. And then sometimes when someone's getting fancy, the me of the group over there at NASA and goes, hey, can I take a little helicopter for a spinaroo? And then they're going to fly around, check some canyons out, report back later.
Why can't you just throw a propeller onto the back of a rover, right?
Duh.
Oh.
No, it's not going to. No.
Wait, what?
The rover has its own helicopter. It's not a helicopter.
So if it just needs to hop over a canyon real quick, it just pulls out its propeller and then you go bam, bada bing, bada boom.
Pretty awesome. Okay, so the Mars rover.
I'm gonna be disinterested. I'm just gonna be.
That's why I read this article thoroughly, and I could kind of sell it to you in the right way, with some fun
I'm
stuff.
gonna butcher it when I tell it to Marvin.
Yeah, you should talk to your husband about this. He's gonna be like, "What's happening?" Anyways, we do more than anything want to shout out a local person who is in charge of one of the biggest things you're going to see today, Michael Ravine and his space cameras.
That's the best line.
So good.
So good. It's just like so dialed. Oh yeah, guys. Oh yeah, guys.
If the rover crashes, it's not my fault. But if the cameras don't work, that's my fault. So I mean, the thing is that sucks about that is that the work he put in for how many years now? You think? I mean, if they launched this thing 2 years ago, the work he's put in, even if it crashes, is almost moot at that point because his work doesn't even get to be put on display.
Totally. And think about this too. Imagine if we came up with a segment for our show 3 years ago. It was going to take a year to prepare it to send off. And then we spent another 2 years waiting for a segment to land so that we can hear it. Like, he probably doesn't even remember how he built his camera. It's been so long.
We're always creating stuff for years later. We just don't know.
I just want to know if they're also all gathering at some brewery somewhere and they're going to hang out and they're going to watch the landing together, because I'm not going to lie, I want to go to that place.
I do too. And I want the first drunk guy from NASA to be like, hey, see, hey, call Mike and see if he wants to take the helicopter for a spin.
Anybody at Daily Space Science, please tell them to let us know where the viewing party is happening, and we will show up with our beads and our hats and everything and be ready to go.
Dude, that's the surprise trip you should do for your boyfriend someday. You should figure out when Elon is launching something and just get a hotel room at one of those places out there in Florida.
He grew up in Texas, and he almost drove to one day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's all out there. That's all that does. Open
Texas and Texas and Florida is where they do it. It's like the southernmost tip of the country. So.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would, honestly. I think I'd be more like Oliver if I didn't have so much life on my shoulders. Seriously. He enjoys it the right way.
Yeah, he does.
The best deals on furniture and mattresses this President's Day and every single day. They're at Jerome's Furniture. And I tell my friends that all the time when they come over, like, hey, nice couch. Where'd you get that? Or, how that's a huge couch. It's always Jerome's. I have my house is full of Jerome's Furniture. It's been like that forever. And if you get there, you get Jerry's price. The guaranteed lowest price every day on all their pieces of furniture. Right now, Jerome,
I always admire your fingernails because I have very short ones. I always admire yours.
Or maybe you just need a new mattress.
I'm actually really shocked that they've grown up this long. But it's because the gel.
So much going on with my friends over at Jerome's. Shop in store or online at jeromes.com.
That sucks.
But you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and actually need to call her and tell her to take off the gel polish, and then maybe she could put an overlay of acrylic to keep.
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say acrylic. Put that on there.
Just to let it grow a little bit out, and then I can cut it, because when you get it from down here, you might peel skin off, and I don't.
Yeah. Have you tried the acrylic dip on your nails?
I've seen it, though.
It's awesome. I prefer that over the gel, but this was my first manicure I've gotten in a year, and it was. I forgot what it was like to have my nails done. Like legit forgot what it was like. And it was pretty
amazing.
Nice. Yeah. Adams Avenue Nail Bar. That's where
What
I
is it called?
Adams Avenue Nail Bar.
Oh, okay.
Avenue Nail Bar.
Like
nail bar. No, it's Nail Bar.
Nail Bar.
Let's we got to wrap up, friends. We got this SDCCU meeting in the 11 o'clock hour. I think we have to go.
It's at 10:30.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I just checked it, but I'll look again. At 10:30.
Damn it, I'm not gonna be able to do my bit then. Then we definitely need to get off so I can go home. Okay, guys.
All right, bye. Have a good day.
Love you, friends. We will be back. Count on us tomorrow. Set your notifications. We'll be back on tomorrow. Promise you.